everyone, are you guys ready for another round of connections? Well, I am. So let's go ahead and hit the play button for today's connection, which is going to be for Wednesday, August 16th. Okay, let's see. I do have to just adjust the screen a tiny bit. There we go. That looks pretty darn good. Okay. And guys, be sure to stay put because as soon as we're done with today's solve, I'm going to update you on the most recent results, which will be for, I just did this, so I should know, classic dog names. Yes, indeed. All right, we're good. Let's go ahead and give this a read. We've got Rose. Oh, that's cute. Guess what? Speaking of classic dog names, guess who is the name of Art's dog? Yes, her name is Rose. She's a beautiful German Shepherd. Absolutely beautiful. Maybe I'll hunt down a quick picture of her and put her in right now. Okay. We've got Pancake. Hey guys, I like dogs, okay? I do get a little excited when I talk about dogs. They're super cute. Decade, Whistler. A little weird. Close. I'm going to just tell you right now, guys. I can tell this is going to be a hard one. Month. Cereal. Millennium. Bacon. I'm not liking this too much. Is that Munich or Munch? Okay, Munch. The distance is just absolutely like, it's just right at the perfect place where I can barely read it. And then if I put my glasses on, it's even worse. I'll check real quick. Actually, okay, we'll try. Munch, century, juror, year, egg, omelet, and waffle. I mean, could they have more breakfast foods? I mean, we've got waffle, omelet, egg. That's 3. Bacon 4. Oh, geez. Cereal 5. And pancake 6. All right. So we've got 6 breakfast items. Obviously, we have to reconcile 2 of them. I think I can do without the glasses. It's so weird, guys, to be at this stage where, I'm nearsighted, but it's just at the distance where it's slightly blurry, but we'll make do. Don't worry. I think I read them off correctly. I think I understand what these words are. And I also understand that, we've got to work it out for us. 6 breakfast foods. And I noticed a bunch of different time periods. We've got the decade, the month, the millennium, the century, and the year. So 5 months, 5 time periods, 6 breakfast foods. So I don't want to work with those yet, obviously, right? Because we don't know who not just the odd man out, but the odd men out, right? For the breakfast foods. I think so Rose and clothes look interesting. Rose and clothes. Those definitely are not going to be part of the breakfast foods. They're not going to be part of the time periods. I'm looking at this Whistler thing and juror, and I noticed that those might possibly be, I think Juror might have been a novel by John Grisham. It also could possibly be a TV series, and I think Whistler was like one of those old classic TV series, I think from like the 1940s, believe it or not, sort of like a mystery type series. So I think that's cool. I think we're on the lead to something. However, Rose and clothes are not going to fit there. So these are going to be their own category. And I noticed something funny about these 2 words, and that is that they have, I don't know if there's a word for this, but they have 2 different meanings. But what's interesting is that it's also 2 different parts of speech. So you can have a rose, right, like the flower, and, the smoke rose, okay? Or he rose to the equation. And then you've got close, but that could also be close. So again, 2 parts of speech, right? Close is the verb, and close, I guess, would be an adjective. He was close. Actually, it might be more of an adverb. You guys can let me know about that. I should know. Geez, I teach this stuff. It was a close call. Well, then that's an adjective, okay? All right. So maybe we can tease out 2 more words, hopefully, that fit this pattern where it's like basically a word that has a different pronunciation and a different meaning, and it's involves two parts of speech. I don't see that with the pancake for sure. I mean, you can't pancake somebody. And same with cereal. I think that's just a noun. Bacon. Now, bacon is could be kind of like a slang term for money. Like, can I have some bacon? I think. Oh yeah, like bring home the bacon. But I don't think that's another part of speech. I think that's just the noun. So I'm not crazy about that. Now, egg actually is interesting. You could egg someone on, kind of like, sort of get them going, get them a little bit, get them a little bit fired up. Don't egg him on. Omelet, no. I don't think there's another way to do an omelet. But waffle, okay? He waffled, he waffled when we asked him the question. Geez, I feel like this is a little bit of a wild goose chase, but this, guys, I'm telling you, this is the best I can come up with, and we have to get rid of, this would be actually work out nicely in a sense because we would get rid of two of these breakfast items. So rose, close or close, egg, and waffle. I don't know, but then the only thing is that close and close, then you get a different pronunciation. I'm I don't have anything better to do. I mean, we have to try something, right? I mean, we can't have a category with 6 items in it. So we'll just say words with two different meanings and two different parts of speech. Words with different meanings. Let's just keep it simple. Shoot. That sucks. I think I'm going to lose this one. I really do. All right, so that didn't work. Let's go to this Whistler Juror. I'm pretty sure Millennium, now that I think about it, was another series. And, shoot. Okay, so there's two things here that could go there. That's so unfortunate. I think I was overthinking it. I'm sure it's something much easier. So I think we could have, man, that's going to be such a stretch. This is super weird because I have no idea what to do with munch, and I don't think that's also one of the words that could, have a double meaning or double pronunciation. This would be really obscure, but I think this was believe it or not, a French TV series, and the only reason I know that is I subscribe to this channel, or I guess it's more of a website called LingoPie, and you can actually watch shows in any language of your choosing. So as you guys know, I love French. And I saw a few episodes of this, but I think that's way too obscure. The only other one that might possibly work would be Rose. I think it should end up being one of those two. Again, I think Rose also could have been. The Rose maybe was I think it's a novel. So look, I mean, I'm fighting for dear life here. So I'm pretty confident about these three. Those look very much like TV series. So I'm going to try Munch first, and if that doesn't work, it's Rose. Let me think about this though. But now, okay, let's think about this. Then, what am I going to do with Rose and clothes? Because it wasn't egg and waffle. That sucks. I'm going to get a 0 today. I'm pretty confident about that. I just don't see how to reconcile this, and I think Munch is way too obscure. Why would they have a French TV series on? It was pretty cool. It involved a lawyer. It's sort of like a Ally McBeal, but the French version, and it was pretty cool. It was a legal show. Shoot, I thought I had that. Darn it. Who knows? There could be some other series called The Century or The Decade. Munch looks ridiculous. I mean, if it were Rose instead. maybe I should be looking for some expressions, right, guys? Let's stop and think about that for a second. Maybe I was overthinking it with this, words with two meanings thing. So, what are some expressions that we could maybe use with some of those cereals? We have to get rid of two of them. I mean, two of those breakfast items. Damn it! I think I'm going to lose this. It really pisses me off. Close call. Closely, yearly, monthly. We could add an ly, but I don't think that works with Rosely. Let me see. I mean, I'm very confident about those three at the bottom, and I think it could be either one of these two. But then you want to. It's like chess, right, guys? You want to kind of think ahead and see. Well, if that were the case, what are you left with, and do they make sense? If I go with Rose, I have no idea what the hell I would do with Munch. That's the problem. There's got to be some other little word gimmick, I think, involved. But I thought that was really good. Um, Munch. And then if I lose, you know, I don't know, those two, then it's a difference between a one and a zero is barely anything. Um, Rosé wine, a rosé. They've done some crazy things, right? They've done things with countries where you add a letter. Oh man, I'll try. It's ridiculous. I'll just try this now. So now I'll try Rose. Now, God darn it, I'm going to lose today. Shit, I don't care. What's the difference between a one and a zero, right? So those didn't even work. I don't think there's any other. Yeah, damn it. There's no other things left. Shit. I'm just gonna go. What could we do? Millennium, decade, century, and year because they're like intervals of a year, time periods. Thing is that didn't help us one bit with all these breakfast foods. Didn't help us one bit. Yeah, see, that's the thing. A one and a zero, it's barely any difference based off of the scoring system. Whistler, I still feel like these belong as these, I wonder if I could do these. I don't think I did that one before. Whistler, Rose, Juror, and Munich, did I? Because I had been using Millennium the whole time. Yeah, so I'll just try that. No, I failed. I had to try to understand these. Okay, I get time periods. The breakfast foods I get, these are painters. Shit. Oh, that's a good one. I think his name is Edward Munch. I think he was a Norwegian painter. Shit, I didn't even think about that. I didn't know the others, though. I did not know the others. 1 in a dozen. Oh my God, that is insanely hard. Holy shit. 12 eggs, 12 jurors, 12 months. 12 roses, though? I mean, I don't know if I've heard that. A dozen roses? That was impossible. That was without doubt the hardest ever. That was really super hard. I mean, that I didn't stand a chance there. Damn it. And I couldn't even salvage, a 3 or a 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, though, but I sort of feel like that almost worked. Like, I feel like mine were not terrible. If you just back up a second, I mean, what can you do? You can't, we're not going to override it. This is what Connections had in mind. But I had time periods. The difference is that it was going to be year, month, century, decade. Then the breakfast foods would have been the cereal, the omelet, the pancake, and the bacon. Then we would have done words with 2 meanings. Okay, rose and rose. Whatchamacallit? Close and close. Waffle and waffle. And the other one. Egg and egg. And then we would have had TV series. The Whistler, the Juror, the Millennium, and Munch. But yeah, I guess that's just too obscure, That's just way too obscure. Oh my God, that's brutally hard. That was brutally hard. Ah, man. Ooh. Damn, I'm sort of beside myself, guys. I really am. That's so unfortunate. Oh my God, 18 fucking minutes too. All right, let's get out of this. I don't want to look at this anymore. And let's transition over. All right. So we're all up to date with classic dog names. And of course, Aranye is in the lead with a near perfect score of 69. Martin Steed has catapulted to second place thanks to some amazing results recently, and he's at 65. Jason is starting to lose a little bit of distance. He's at a 63. Salad Von Baco and Zepgirl are scored at 61. I'm at a 60. Cable Wire 58, Brandon Baker 57, Pat Merkland 55, Viking 67, 54, Ellen Sassani 52, Edward Collins 51, along with Melanie Lee 51, Geraldo 50, Michelle L 50. I updated your scores, by the way, Michelle. Randy M 49 and D-Bone Capone 45. Let's take a look at the next tier of results and see what we got. Just move it up a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so here comes tier 2. Ascension and Dora A tied at 44. Charles Fessenden and T. Clark at 43. Advanced 495, 34. G3 Holiday 33. Joe at 31. GeoHuman at 29. BMS Houston 26. And I'm just going to read off the folks who are, actively participating. Connor Clark at a 19. Forshaken, great job on classic dog names, my friend, with a 17. Matamuerte 16. App Guy 11. And that's it. Okay, guys, I'm extremely disappointed today because I almost thought I had something there with the um, rose close egg waffle, but I guess I was just overthinking it. Never in a million years would I have thought of those painters because those are really, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I mean, aren't those kind of obscure? To be fair, yes, oh shoot, Edvard Munch, Norwegian. I think he set the tone for, was it the Impressionist era? I'm not very good with my art history, but I never would have gotten the others. Bacon, I think of more like Kevin Bacon or Sir Francis Bacon, somebody that is often associated with the Shakespearean works. You know, they. I don't know if it's been settled or not, but people suspect are suspicious about the works of Shakespeare and think that it actually could have been written by someone of the name Sir Francis Bacon. And the one in a dozen, that's insane. Shit. one. I mean, that's, God darn it. See, you got to think all over the place with these things, right, guys? You have to think like numerically. A dozen roses, though. I don't know that expression. I wouldn't have figured that out. Oh, man. Well, let me know how you guys did. That was extremely disappointing. I suspect that there will be a lot of fails. Not that you need to use me as a benchmark. I'm not that great. Definitely use Orani as a benchmark. If he took a 0 today, then everybody's going to take a 0. I mean, that was ridiculous. The only way you'll get that is, I think, by just absolute sheer luck. And I can't believe that anybody's going to get a 5 on this. The painters, because the thing is, you have 2 obscure categories, painters and one in a dozen, and they overrode the breakfast foods with 6 different things, which is very difficult to reconcile the 2 odd men out. Yeah, and then the time periods was annoying too. Oh, guys. What can I say except, yeah, that was a bad round, and it's my second 0, and I think I have washed away any chance of, having a really good result. But, hey, like I say to other folks who have a bad day, got to have that attitude. You got to fight. We got to move on. No, I absolutely have not lost my love for the game. If anything, it makes me even angrier and start thinking about all the different things that they can throw at you. But that one in a dozen, wow. Ooh. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Oh, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.